Hi YouTube, Ratchet25, and I've just woken up. Yes, I've woken up after another 7-day week, slash weekend at work. And it's a Tuesday, and it's still not over. I've still got my number 7th day to do. And that's today, later on at work. But I cannot be arsed. I cannot be arsed not doing my Transformers weekly review. On Thursday, when I actually started my work, weekly work, I had a box. And in that box, it was this. I have got this now. I've got every single Prime toy at the moment that's released. Yay! Love it, love it, love it. Very blue. I love the blue and gold paint and this is the only weaponizer gimmick I like, but the only thing wrong with it, I wish it could clip in. Ooh, it is take out the LSD, but other than that, it is all good. It comes with a sword. Yes, a sword. I like Transformers with swords. And look, I got Optimus Prime on the side of my sunglasses again. Yes, this is how tired I look. Seriously, this is why I'm wearing glasses. So, put them back on, and I am a completely changed person. Yes. Today's episode was about, Saturday's episode was called Out of the Past, and it's more of a story of Cybertron and Cliffjumper, and it was nice to see Cliffjumper having a personality, not just a character that died in the first 10 seconds. They couldn't afford a rock, so they got Billy Brown. Billy Brown, I don't know who that is, but he does do a very good Cliffjumper. I think they should have not got The Rock and got Billy Brown to do it. Believe it or not, I actually do prefer the voice tone that they did with Cliffjumper. And the moment of all we were waiting for, we got a Shockwave. I know people was waiting for Shockwave in the series, and my good friend V Decepticon, V, he was played by David Schnovel. David Schnovel. Don't know who he's from, but this voice does sound very familiar. I might have a look at later on. Let's go around and let's start off the review. The review starts in the Autobots base, and Miko is trying to drill Sergeant Bulkhead back to health, but Ratchet tells her not to. So Ratchet, saying the medical advice is, don't strain him too hard because you might further his injuries. Yes, further his injuries. So, Bulkhead says that he's tired, he's weak, and he's trying his best. But Miko's been a spoiled brat that she is. And I do actually like Miko for some reason. Ooh, yes, I like Miko. Raph is another character I like. Jack is just a generic leadership. I do like Jack, but you get the same kind of character Jack is in every single series. Because there was Sam from the Bay Farmers, there was Spike from G1. I love Spike. There was Rad, then the not so much Finger, whatever he's called, dipshit. Don't like him from Energon. You know the one I mean. And there was Finger. You know I mean. One from Energon. I liked him. And I liked Sari. Sari was the very first female lead. Yes. Yes. So, Miko. I like Miko. Yes. The character of Miko. So, yeah. Miko storms off to the cliffs, and RC follows him. And starts telling the story of how she became part of Optimus' crew. And Miko is going. He's dead angry, saying, "You don't know what it's like to have someone hurt when you're not there that you really care about." RC says, "I do." Looking back at Cliff Jumper's grave, Miko feels like a little bitch and says, Sorry, I did not know." So, I'm being a bit crazy today. Lack of sleep. Yes, so she's there, saying sorry. She asked him what Cliff Jumper was like, and he was quite a chatterbox. And RC is dragged onto the Nemesis warship under the command of Starscream, and says, he turns around and said it couldn't be true, it couldn't be possible. RC's just too stealthy and too quick, like a ninja. Yes, like a ninja. Then he says they intercepted a transmission. They don't know what. Starscream wants RC to decrypt it for him. So, does she tells him to slag, "You're no Megatron." Do people's eyebrow. So, yeah. Starscream turns around and says, what if it weren't your life that you're playing for? And she drags Cliff Jumper in, played by Billy Brown. I love Billy Brown. I don't know what he's from, but I love what he did with Cliff Jumper. They might have kept Cliff Jumper a little bit longer. I would have loved to see Cliff Jumper after this episode a bit more. So Cliff Jumper is there, and say, RC, long time. And RC's just been doesn't know him properly this time, only by reputation. Says, slag him, I don't know him, or hardly know the guy. So she gets chucked into a cell, and Cliff Jumper was left to be interrogated. He turns around and gets chucked back in. RC's pissed off at Cliff Jumper, and Cliff Jumper, he said he just fainted. Fate a fainted protocol, so Starscream fell for it. Soundwave and Starscream are having a conversation, even though Soundwave still doesn't talk, but he is meant to. He is waiting for that time when he talks. Yes, so what was I saying? Yeah, I see saying Soundwave and Starscream saying I should kill him now, but Soundwave says no, basically saying no in Soundwave Prime mode. And he points down to the surface of Starscream and finds out how they get captured. They was intercepting a transport of huge star energon to the Nemesis, and they both accidentally got captured. So yes, they get captured, and what happens next is Soundwave points down to the surface of Kaon on Cybertron. And Starscream going, no, why should I? Why should I let him have all the fun? So, turns out they get Starscream says as well, might as well, because I had to deliver the energon to him, and so they take him to a laboratory, strap him down, and then look who comes in. Shockwave, introduced by Starscream, and he looked a cross between Bayformers Shockwave and Fall Cybertron Shockwave and G1 Shockwave. So he looks sexy, none the least. He does look sexy. They are meant to be making a toy of him. I can't wait to see what they're going to do for him, and I hope he's a Voyager. Like this. These Voyagers I am actually impressed with. I'm still not impressed with the Starscream. Sorry, Auto Assembler, and I just didn't like it. So where am I up to? Yeah. Find out the Psychic Link card is actually invented by Shockwave. It was actually Shockwave who invented it. I hope we get other backstories like this from other characters. And yeah, we've got Prime's backstory. We've got Bumblebee's backstory, and we've got RC's backstory. All we need is bulkheads. And we kind of got a clear glimmer of Ratchet, but I hope to see more. Yeah, but Shockwave, I hope he does return. So he plugs it up to RC, and she just fakes the protocol mode by letting a bit of information come out, and it turns out it was Optimus Prime that was sending a message out for help. So Shockwave was about to kill Cliffjumper, then Cliffjumper just opens his mouth saying, "Are you a bit of a yellow belly? Can't you let other robots do your dirty work?" So to play on Starscream's biggest weakness is his ego, his pride. And then we get a Shockwave just goes away saying if I find your reason why is illogical. So it does have the element of G1 in him. So what do we do now? Arcee starts trying to break the cuffs, and Starscream's just going on himself, saying, what type of torture would you like? And Cliffjumper does do a witty remark back, and Arcee goes and captures Starscream and puts him into the operation chair, and Starscream lets the information out what Shockwave's been doing on Cybertron. He's been building the space bridge. So the space bridge is also Shockwave's invention. So we found out the neural land and the space bridge technology is all Shockwave's, and it was lost for ages. So I'm thinking we're going to get a Ratchet's backstory, and I think Ratchet and Shockwave were going to be like partners at one time. So yeah, that's basically it. They end up going towards chasing off to stop the space bridge program, what Shockwave was going to do. Found out they were going to ambush Prime, and then Cliffjumper doing all this kick-ass fighting with Shockwave, but Shockwave was just being a big bulk. It just looks bulky. But he was so... every hit he had on him didn't hurt him. This guy was fucking invincible. So, yes, I do hope to see Shockwave again. So, Arcee and Cliffjumper end up having a moment of kind of opening up to each other, and they end up destroying the space bridge by working together, and they, as you would say, escape to Earth, and that's the end of the story of this episode, Out of the Past. So we had Cliffjumper and Shockwave. Well, Cliffjumper was the new character, but he was come back again. And he was so brilliant, and I loved what they did with him. And Shockwave, even though he was brief, he was only there for about maximum of 10 minutes in total. This guy sold the show, sold it, and stole this episode. And same with Cliffjumper. Next week's is called New Recruit. Ooh, there's pictures, and the promo is going about. Just type in Transformers Prime episode 18 New Recruit, and you see the promo and some pictures, and the character actually looks a cross between 3 characters. I could be coming to a conclusion. It is either Prowl, Jazz, or maybe Blur. So hopefully next week we will find out on who the new recruit is, and it looks like it's an Autobot. About time. So this is Rat25 signing out with my brand new Dreadwing. Beautiful plastic. It is a bit, this is a sexy toy, I gotta tell you. It's a sexy toy. You need one of this, and I can't wait to get the Skyquake version. Yeah, Rat25 signing out. Be good, be too cool. Please subscribe, comment, thumbs up, everything. Bye, peace.